I volunteered for Open Studio when President Foster emailed faculty and said, hey, the news is pretty grim and we need to tap into the talent and expertise and the knowledge that the community of CMU has to share with our students and the community. I think the arts are always important when humanity is at a crossroads or at a crisis. Some of the best novels, artwork, music, poetry has come out of times of crises. It's in our DNA as humans to create art out of problems we can't solve or concerns that we have. This is called Z harmony. When you're undead, the compatibility parameters expand. You're caught in the rot of your own bag of skin with one ravenous mouth and two hands to claw down a kill. You now mass with others like you and no longer worry about first date jitters, ordering a dish with garlic, how long to wait before you text or call, or narrowing the field one nervous coffee at a time. If only old instincts could fire up brain cells again, to yearn for the one who could fall for your unique bite wounds and scratches, or look past that dab of victim on your face that defines the new you, the one in a staggering gait missing a shoe. You were once the guy she could teach to use chopsticks, who always opened the door or offered the crook of your arm during a walk, who could follow her to a favorite clearing with a blanket to watch for falling stars. But now love starts by sharing screaming flesh, captured in chase, playing it hungry, almost confident. You don't have to worry anymore about her getting tired of your jokes when you moan out your undead match. The one to share harmonious wanderings toward brain binges, the one you wouldn't have found in the herd unless you died first. You've adapted together, even if you cannot tell her how divine she looks tonight, or somehow, in her tattered, reanimated body, she glides. This is Boy Scouts versus Zombies. In my elementary school gymnasium, Scoutmaster tells us to do our civic duty with sharpened sticks and pocket knives we aren't supposed to know how to use. There are no merit badges for this. We are never prepared for teachers and adults possessed with the undead gait that rips through a school full of children. If I survive, I will join the future of a living hell, rebuilt by orphans who sob for forgiveness to hungry for flesh, mothers and fathers. I don't want to wear this uniform anymore. I don't want to be loyal to my den or a good citizen by putting down our bitten-up scoutmaster, my absent mother, or reanimated father. I will pretend I get a pin for this. This is called The Long Engagement. Will you shoot bottles with me on weekends shortly after the first reports of attacks? Will you grimace next to me when the television signals black out from the dropped warheads glistening on metropolises? Do you promise to huddle next to the radio with me until we lose all voices to static? Will you dig the fallout shelter we are not meant to finish, share wary smiles and brush ash from my hair, too? I will walk beside you on the rubbled streets and overstomped fields, resist picking the only flowers left for you, kill whatever is edible, in times of rationing and scavenging, in sleeplessness and dehydration, in fever and epidemic, for as long as we both are human. Let us be happy, adding broken electronics and blunt tools to the ready kit. Promise, even if you don't believe in God anymore, we will finally have quality time together with our respirators, and we will dance into a life of running hand in hand through the charred aftermath, counting our bullets and our blessings one by one. My love for you is a zombie's arm, smashing through the splintered door, flailing and grabbing to find you. It is tired from slamming against walls, but it will never give up until nothing stands between us. If you lop it off, be gentle enough to take out the rest of me. This poem is called I Could Be So Lucky. I could be so lucky to have the chance to learn your many smiles through different seasons, to memorize your silhouette at the campfire, telling stories you lived before I was around, to call the end times a choose-your-own-adventure, to reach for your chilled hand for warmth, to trust enough on a journey toward an El Dorado where we could sleep more than 2 hours, to sweep already looted convenience stores, joking about how aspirin and Band-Aids can fix a bite wound, to stay in earshot, but still catch you glancing back after we separate, in search of firewood and water, to find a lot of abandoned cars hauntingly beautiful, to greet your lips with mine the first and many times after, to play a game of count the helicopters and airplanes with neither of us scoring a point, to have you ask me about what makes me feel safe, and to hear you hum a few bars of an REM song we would adopt as our very own anthem, but I haven't found you yet. This poem is called Handyman Imagines the Battle of Pueblo. When everyone has turned to biting each other, to emptying every grocery store in town, and to sieging out the end times, we don't know why we didn't leave for the mountains in our eye shot. Our feet got dirty enough in vacant lots and beat-up streets, with road cones coaxing us to leave this rest-stop town. The heat challenged our souls to keep it together, hopeful for the afternoon rains to nourish gardens hidden in Bessemer backyards. We used to feast at East Side taquerias on one-way streets. We used to bike through the avenues to slip downtown, through alleys graffiti fresh, finding our way to where the river paralleled limestone barrens and levee murals for local gods that once stretched into sunset. We want the mill to spew yawns at night, coal trains to whistle, crashes of train cars loading again, so we fortify and clear out the dead to make this town home again.